It's another podcast in a car. Jeremy Mode here with Ryan Mode.
What it do? Hey, you know what's crazy is the last podcast, it sounds loud as shit in here, but it wasn't too bad, like listening to it.
No, that's what's nice about the mics, because it's directional. If we just had the external mics going, it'd be horrible to listen to.
Yeah, because, on the way down, I was like, this is going to sound so shitty when we go to air this thing, but it wasn't actually too bad. We're going to go help Jeremy's ex-wife right now demo some walls in her house, because Jeremy's just a lovely guy and I'm a sucker.
Hey, it's okay. It's a mixed feeling, though, because it's like, on one hand, I don't want to help, because, ex-wife and whatnot, got divorced for a reason. But by not helping her, I'm not helping my son. So it's like, if I don't help her, then I fuck over my son. So it's like, I'm obligated to help.
Dude, that's what's funny, dude. When I walked in there yesterday, I was like, I don't want to be here. And then I walked in there and I seen all Silas' stuff in the living room. I'm like, all right, I need to help.
It sucks. But, I don't want him to live in those conditions, even though it is her house.
You know what's funny, dude, is how I was telling you yesterday how, I think I could so, imagine doing, hard labor. But then now that we're driving up there, I'm like, I don't want to do this shit at all.
No. It always sounds like an okay idea at first.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a feeling that you get of, when you come home after a hard day's work that you actually, deserve.
Oh, the accomplishment feeling? Fucking you actually deserve rest?
That and, or you actually did something that was, not beneficial. What's the word I'm looking for? Productive. You did something productive. At me at work, dude, I fucking half the time I'm not doing anything. And I go home and I'm like, fucking, God, I didn't do shit today.
Yeah, when you leave that job, if you don't feel like you did anything. Every time, most days when I leave there, I feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, but when you're doing construction and you actually, you go home feeling rewarded. People that are doing this shit, not for years, fuck you, no you don't.
Yeah, for real.
But I would say that's how I feel when I do it, because it's not a regular job for me. Same with working on the house.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention that well right now. I'm fucking waiting for this light, and I can't say, there it goes. I hate this light, because I can never tell if it's going to be green or not.
That's why there's two. Lemon Grove doesn't fix anything. That's why I constantly call in the city. So, what was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to go buy a new truck today.
You for sure try to get something today?
Yeah, I have a bunch of lists I'm going to go look at today. But what sucks, though, is when I'm trying to go buy a truck, I'm not really a good haggler, dude. I'd rather just spend an extra grand or two, which sounds ridiculous to most people, but I'm not good at haggling. And then also, it's when all the trucks are listed at around about the exact same price, I don't know what I can walk in there and be like, yep, this is the number, and that's what I'm sticking to. When I went and bought Jasmine's car, I tried to play that game, and then they let me walk out of that dealership and never called me.
They, a lot of things, because, especially, Mossy, you see all their commercials, the price they listed at now is, they're rock bottom. They won't let you haggle anymore with, at Mossy. So I think other dealerships are doing the same thing. And I feel you, I fucking hate the haggling process. That's why every time I bought a car, it's always been the most stressful process for me.
Yeah.
And I just don't care. It's tell me what it costs, that's what I'll pay, and we'll call it a day. Then I have this weird feeling that, I don't understand value. And I'm trying to think of how to explain that. I understand that things cost a certain amount, but I don't understand, why this costs this much money. Why am I handing you paper for this item? It just feels... even work, going to work and making X amount of dollars, it's okay, I don't understand that, or think... It's my hippie mindset. I just don't put a value on things the way...
Yeah, no, I totally... I get what you mean, how you can't explain in words, but I totally understand what you're trying to say.
And so for me, when I pay for something, it's okay, I think that sure, they say that's how much it should cost, so yeah, that's how much I should pay.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, and even when we bought Jasmine's Mazda, there was no haggling with them. That was the lowest Mazda we've seen. It was actually at it was an old rental car. So we bought that out the door for $20, and I tried to haggle with him too, and I was like, all right, sir, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry, I wish I could do something for you. It's just this is our bottom price. I'm like, no, it's okay. And we acted like we were going to walk out, and the guy was like, all right, bye. It's fuck, I'm not doing this with two cars.
You couldn't go back to that first one because you're pride or what?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going back. I walked out, dude.
I hate the process of fucking...
Because in the entire time I'm sitting there, he knows that he punked me. Damn, I do have a big ego, dude.
I wouldn't have gone back there.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, but then you got certain people that can walk into a dealership and they know how to talk and they know how to like Jose. Jose will go in there with he'll have them print out all their fees. And like Jose was telling me what he would do, like he got like Karen's car like ridiculously cheaper, Toyota RAV4 or Toyota, I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's not a RAV4. It's a RAV4, yeah. So, but I guess every dealership will throw in a listing price fee for them advertising their car. You have to pay for that. So Jose always makes them take that off, and like he'll start running through the list, and that's the way you do it. You always ask them to print out all the charges, and then you go through them one by one. And I was like, that's a fucking good idea. I'll never do it, but that's a good idea.
And I'm trying to think, like, because by the time I get like halfway through the process,
you start thinking of other things, huh?
Like, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of it at that point. It's like they could like jack it up a couple $1,000s. I wouldn't even notice.
My thing is that I'm so nervous when I go into a dealership because I feel already that hustle feeling that I'm like terrified. So then I always forget things to say. So when I sit down, then I'm like, I should have said this. I should have said this. I should not be paying this much money.
Well, it's because like you walking into a dealership, you're already like on the like not I don't want to say like the lesser end of the stick, but like you feel like they already have something over you when you walk in.
Yeah,
it's like you're there to buy something. They know that.
Yeah.
You don't just walk into a dealership to look.
Well, you know what sucks?
I don't.
You know what sucks is so I've never done so my credit union, they do this thing. It's called Drive Your Deal. So basically, once you're approved, they just give you a check, and it says the amount that you're approved up to.
Yeah.
So my check has $30,000 on it. So I'm like, great. Like, I can't even go in there and be like, oh, this is all I have. I mean, I can't. I'm gonna tell you this is all I can afford. But I mean, it sucks when a dealership sees that amount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's like. So when I saw that, I'm like, hey, you can't just put the amount that I only want to spend. She's like, no, because this is what you're approved up to. I'm like, yeah, but can't you just like? She's like, we can't just write you a check for exactly what you want to be.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sucks. So then right now I'm already thinking like, oh, for sure I'm going to get hustled. I don't know, just fucking dealerships in general just scare the hell out of me. That's why when I bought my Ranger, we went to the Ford dealership, and I met with one of the floor manager. He was like, hey, I'll tell you what, man, I'll hook you up. He's like, you give me a side chunk. He's like, give me like $500 or $400. He's like, and I'll go to the dealerships with you and haggle. I was like, hell yeah. So we started. He started doing the looking process for me, but then I found a crazy good deal on a Ranger. And then I called him and was like, "Hey, sorry, man, I don't need you no more." And he was like pissed.
Well, I can understand him being upset, but that's just business. Sorry, bro.
He ended up hanging up on me, dude. And I was like, "All right."
You wanted to be your exclusive salesperson?
I guess. But that's a pretty good little gig. Do you think about if you're an ex-sales guy, like post on Craigslist, like, hey, I can get you, you know, as low as they can go. But it's kind of cool. That guy was showing me like what the dealership starts their price at and what they can, like the bottom they can go, and it's like it's a huge difference, like an $8,000, sometimes even $10,000 difference on a vehicle that like the rock bottom they can go.
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, vehicles seem overpriced as it is. I mean, the fact that some cars got when you look at that $20,000 to $25,000 price range in cars,
yeah,
like it always feels like it seems like they're just way too much money for how much car you're getting.
Yeah.
But that's what the market says they're valued. So that's part of why I have a hard time understanding things. But it's like, because to me, it's not like, you know, for instance, when your house sold for $450,000,
yeah,
like that didn't, or when the old owners bought it for that price, like why would you spend that much money on that much house? Like,
yeah.
You should be getting way more house for that price, but that's just the way the market is. And how when you look at like home prices in San Francisco and shit.
Oh, I know. Well, check this out, dude. So, all right. So most of the Tacomas that I really, really want, they're going for like $22,000, and so I'm thinking like, all right, you know, tax and licensing, you know, you could easily tack on another $2,000. So I'm thinking like, well, what if I went in there and told them $20,000 out the door? Like, would they just laugh at me?
No, I mean, just if you're going there to like, hey, can you come down to this price? This is what I can pay. I mean, I don't see them laughing at you. I just see them if they can't go down, they're gonna be like, no, sorry, you know.
Well, I'm telling Jasmine, like, I'm going into this like basically willing to walk away from quite a few dealerships today, because I'm not trying to get hustled today.
Yeah, it's
gonna call you like, dude, I got hustle today.
It's so hard, especially when it's something that you want.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. I always settle. Like, I never get what I actually want. And, like, Jasmine's the one that's talking to me into it. She's like, hun, you're settling on a truck you don't... Because then I started looking at, like, Nissan Titans, Nissan Frontiers, Ford F-150s, and, like, that's a truck that I'd be okay with, but it's not a truck that, like, I want.
So the truck that you really want is a Tacoma?
That's my dream truck, yeah. It's always been. I've always wanted a Tacoma.
Not full-size?
No. I mean, I don't plan on towing anything.
Yeah, but it's a full-size truck.
The only full-size truck that's actually worth getting, dude, is a Titan just because of the gas prices.
What do you mean?
Like, the gas mileage in the Titan, I think that you get the bang for your buck.
What's the gas mileage in, like, the F-150?
Like 14 miles a gallon, 15?
I thought the new V8s...
Yeah, you got, like, the flex fuel that are up there. They're, like, 18, 19, but they're you're paying for it, dude. They're expensive. Like, I can't even find an F-150 from a 2012 and newer for under $24,000.
Damn.
They're expensive because now all of them have the EcoBoost, the flex fuel, and they're fucking expensive as shit.
Damn. I don't think I ever want to buy a new car again.
Hey, can you cut I'm going to talk about the strip club. I'm not going to bring up any names.
You want me to cut it out?
No, we're going to talk about it, what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just cut out. All right, so so last week, dude, so Jazz was out of town last week, and I went to the strip club with some work buddies on Friday, and I fucking hate strip clubs, so I was bitching the entire time. They were just talking shit the entire time, like, you're fucking gay, you don't want to look at naked chicks, but, like, I hate strip clubs because I feel like a creep in there. The last time, like, I think that I went to a strip club was, like, when I think I was, like, 19 and lay girls. And I think I was with you and Abe.
No, the time before that, you went to the strip club was Vegas.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't really count. I'm talking about, like a local strip club.
How does that not count?
Because Vegas strip club isn't, like, really, like, I don't know. I don't really consider that a strip club for some reason.
Okay, what is it then?
I don't know. That sounds really dumb. All right, whatever.
Is it because you're in Vegas? It doesn't.
Yeah, pretty much. I just cancel everything out.
What happens in Vegas stays there?
Yeah, I guess. So, right, Kevin? No, so we get there, and I'm, like, talking crap, and, like, I'm texting Jasmine, like, yeah, we're in a strip club right now, and Jazz always wanted to go to a strip club with me, so she's all jealous. She's like, I want to go to a strip club. And that's what's cool as hell, dude, about, like, our chicks. Like, we're upfront about things that we're doing, so it's like, they never get, like, pissed off. Like, I have buddies, dude, that they have to, like, hide it, from their chicks. Like, oh, I can't tell my girl. Well, obviously, I mean, it's not really somewhere you should be anyways, I guess.
For a lot of guys, it's no problem. I just don't get the point because I'm not going to fuck anybody, so why am I there?
Yeah.
Then it's such a waste of money. I don't like that, the feeling that I'm being used.
I don't like the feeling that I'm another creep in the building.
Well, okay, so first off, strip clubs are, for both of us, are super creepy, especially when you look around and see the guys that are in the room.
Yeah.
And, well, it's with, like, the guys' faces. But then, on top of that, like, I just feel like, oh, okay, the only reason that you have any interest in me right now is for money. Like, it's just a weird... I mean, nothing wrong with strippers. The fact that exists is fucking awesome. Yeah,
so I'm sitting in there, and this chick comes in. I'm already irritated, right? And they're, like, making fun of me, like, I can't believe you don't want to fucking see naked chicks or whatever. So then I'm sitting there, I'm a little irritated, and the chick comes up to me, and she's like, hey, sweetie, what's your name? And you already know, like, oh, here comes the hustle.
Yeah.
She's like, what's your name? And I'm like irritated. I'm like, Ryan. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. She's like, what do you like to do for fun, Ryan? And I'm like, hang out with my kids. And then when I say my kids, I'm like, now I feel like a dirtbag because I mentioned my kids in the strip club. So then she's like, oh, you have kids? She's like, how many? I'm like, 2. I'm like, I'm having a conversation about my kids in a strip club right now with a stripper. So then we're talking about my kids, and she's like, what's your favorite color, Ryan? I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, blue. She's like, I love blue. Blue's my favorite color, too. She's like, what kind of music do you like? And I'm like, everything but country. She's like, oh, that sucks. She's like, I love country. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't meant to be. Bye. And then so she just keeps going. She's like, well, let me tell you about our dances, okay? She's like, are you familiar with them? I'm like, no. And then she starts going on this spiel. It's $25 for a lap dance, $100 for 5, and there's a lot more touching involved. I'm like, oh, God, get away from me. Like, but if Jasmine wants to go, I'd be so down to go with Jasmine. I think that would be fun, because Jasmine would make it fun.
Well, then you guys get to do it together.
Yeah, but, like, doing it with fucking your boys, it's like, God, it's fucking creep right now. And then you got the guys where they actually think that they're going to fuck a stripper. It's funny when you always ask a guy like that's dating a stripper, where'd you guys meet? Never in a strip club.
I don't think I could actually date a stripper.
Oh, I could definitely fuck a stripper, but I couldn't never date a stripper. I think it'd be kind of cool to like mess around with a stripper and then like be in a strip club, like where she works at, and be like, look at you tonight. After you get out of the shower.
Oh, and like every time a fucking stripper comes up and they want to like grab your face and shove it in their tits,
Ugh.
all I can think is how many other faces and drool from other dudes has been there tonight.
Or all the creepy guys that try to catch a lick.
Oh,
You know, just a quick little like, what up?
every time they come in, like pull your head down, I was like, I'm pulling back. No.
Well, so it's funny. So I'm in there and dude, I'm like, I'm really serious, dude. So this chick's like, hey, you need to smile. She's dancing on the stage, right? And I'm like, I kind of like give her a smile. She's like, what's wrong? You're not happy? And she's dancing and she's talking. So then she's put me on blast already. She takes her bra off and she throws it on my head. I'm like, ugh.
It's funny because strippers in the club seem dirtier than strippers you call to the house.
I wouldn't agree with you at all, dude.
I felt way less dirty about the broads for Abe's bachelor party.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, yeah, they probably coming over to the house fresh. I'll never forget, dude. All right, so I was 18, and one of our buddies' dads got him a stripper. And so we're all in the garage, like me, Trevor, and everybody, and the chick, you could totally tell she was, like, from TJ. She barely spoke English, and, like, she lays my buddy down on the ground, and she starts, like fucking herself with his nose.
His nose?
But she had fucking a fuck ton of baby powder, you know, so she doesn't sweat down there. And so she gets off of him, and he stands up, he just globs the baby powder in his face, and like everyone's like, oh my god.
Oh. How much did she put on?
I don't know, but it was so funny. I mean, I'm exaggerating. It wasn't like globs, but there was like little tiny like chunks, like a baby powder on his face.
What does the baby powder do?
Keeps him from not sweating.
It seems like if you put baby powder and you started to sweat, it would just become like baby powder mud.
Yeah, that's right. That's basically what it was on his face. Yeah, but she was dirty, dude. Like some of the guys I went to school with were like taking her in the back, like probably like $20 blowjob. I don't know, but she went back there a few times.
So weird.
Because I heard one of the guys I went to school with, he's like, dude, $30 and I can get a blowjob. He's like, who's got 5? Who's got 5? He's like going to the party trying to get $5. It was so funny. You can't help, dude, when a chick's down to do that. You're like, how many dicks have you sucked this year? It's crazy, the chicks that like do that kind of shit for like 10, 15 years. I don't see it being that bad when there's an end game. You know, when there's an end game in sight, it's like, all right, I'm doing this. I'm putting myself through college. Because, dude, there are some chicks that become very successful just using stripping as, you know, a way to, you know, a means to support whatever they're trying to, you know, accomplish in life.
Yeah.
But then you got the ones that think that, oh, God, so I got to talk about this. So the first chick that goes up, right, and this is why I was irritated we were even there. First chick that goes up, not even lying, dude, was at least 60 years old. I swear to God, dude, it was disgusting.
Wait, where the fuck were you?
Fucking cheetahs. And, like, there was, like, hot chicks in there. That was the only one where I was like, I felt, dude, Jay, I've never felt this bad watch someone dance. So she gets up there and starts dancing, and I'm, like, creeped the fuck out. And then her ass, you know what, like, when old people, they start getting super skinny, and she had no ass, dude. Her ass in length was maybe like 3 inches, 4 inches. It was disgusting, dude. Like, there was nothing there. Like, she literally had on like children underwear. It was disgusting to watch, dude.
Why?
And I was talking to my buddy, and I'm like, dude, who hired this chick? He's like, that's not how it works. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, they, I guess you have like a stripper card or something, and you just go to these places and say, hey, I want to work tonight. It's not like you're hired on by that. I don't know how true that is. That's what he was telling me.
Yeah, I know nothing about.
He's like, he's like, a girl doesn't get hired on just that strip club. He's like, I mean, there are those. He's like, but most of them, you have like a stripper card. I don't know if that's not probably not the right, you know, term.
It sounds funny. It's like you have a license to strip.
Yeah, but basically, and that you go and you like get like, hey, I want to work tonight, and that's why sometimes you'll go into a strip club and there's like fucking 30 chicks in there, like way too many to even be working because they want to work that night.
I wonder if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know, but it made sense.
I can't Google right now.
It made sense at the time. But it does sound really dumb, though, right?
Yeah, it sounds like unreasonable. Like, I understand if you work on if they hire you to work for tips only.
But this chick, dude, so she had fake tits, and the nipples were like super like long and like hard, and dude, it was just fucking nasty. I couldn't wait. And then she comes over and she's like, "Hey, you want to dance?" And I couldn't help, like, no, like, what? Get away from me. Her legs, dude, were like the size of my arm. It was disgusting.
At some point, you would think you would realize, like, that there's no game out there for me.
And then she wouldn't take off her underwear. This was a fully nude bar. She had like 4 pairs of underwear on. She kept taking the underwear off, and I'm like, "Oh, don't show it, don't show it." And she kept putting them like halfway down, and I could just imagine like her meat curtains like just all like loose and saggy and hanging. It was
So on the hiring part, like, you would think that a club wouldn't just let anybody come in and dance because it's kind of your reputation.
But I've heard at work though that like that place is like known, like Cheetah's is like a good spot to go. It's right there by
anytime anybody ever talks about strip club, they always talk about Cheetahs.
Yeah, and dude, it was. I wish like I could show you an example, dude. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it was disgusting to watch. And dude, when a chick's getting naked, you can bear through. It's like, oh, I'm watching a naked chick. No, dude, I was so creeped out and so grossed out. It was someone's grandma up there stripping. Like, that's how bad it was. And then, you know when an old person's hair gets like real like frizzy and like just like real frayed?
Yeah.
That's how her hair was. And it looked like horse hair, like straw. All around, dude, it was just a disgusting experience. Should I pause it or just pause it?
In a couple minutes. I remember when that fat chick yelled at us from stage.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was the first strip club I ever went to.
That sucks that was your first strip club experience, because that place was capital T terrible.
Well, dude, you're so funny. Like, I'll never forget that. Like, we're sitting there and wait, no. First they come out. The first song, they're fully clothed. They do their first dance, and they go behind the curtains. They come back out topless. They do another dance. They go behind stage, and then they come out fully naked. And you're like, "This is bullshit. This isn't a strip club. This is a go behind the curtains, take off your clothes club."
I remember I kept yelling out, "What's with the behind the scenes stripping?"
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Well, it was weird too because they had like a performance stage, not like a strip club stage.
Yeah.
And there was no pole.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, we were like pushed kind of back from the. Yeah,
we
you
were
can't
in
even sit at the bar.
seats.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And the stage was like 3 or 4 feet off the ground.
Well, now that's what was funny too, because she started yelling like, "You like everybody in the club," because nobody was tipping her. Like, "You're not gonna tip me," and it's like, "Well, how do you tip? Like, I can't throw the money this far."
Well, not even that. There was 4 of us, and I think 3 or 4 other people in the club. And then I remember because she started pointing, and Sue started pointing at me, and you started laughing. As she started yelling at us.
I was laughing because, like, dude, I think when you get, like, if you're a stripper, like, you need to stay in shape. And when you're that chubby, like, you should not be on stage.
Oh, she was fat.
Well, dude, I remember Eric. Eric had a friend. She was a stripper, and she was chubby as shit. And Eric was like, "Yeah, dude, she'll make, like, fucking $500 a night." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, she was, like, stripping for, like, the last 5 years. And then I remember I was over their house one time, and she was like trying to get me to take off my shirt to show her my muscles. And I was like, "No." She's like, "I'll show you my tits." And I was like telling Eric, I was like, "I don't want to see your tits, dude."
Yeah.
All right. Pause this. All right, we're back. We just got done doing Jeremy's ex-wife's house demo. It was fun, and by fun I mean not at all.
Just some manual labor, real quick. A couple hours, knocked it out
For free?
Not for free.
What do you mean not for free?
It's not for free.
Well, our labor's free.
She's giving us money.
Oh, I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah, you are.
She's really giving us money for this?
Yeah.
Here, maybe.
No, she said she was, I told her, I was like, "I just want Ryan's time compensated and my gas covered, and then we'll call it good." I figure that's fair.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, well, we just had to do manual labor. I felt rewarded.
In a way, I kind of just wish I would have been like, "Katie, why didn't you just go grab a couple of Mexicans from Home Depot and call it a day?"
I won't do it, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either. I feel like I'm going against my morals.
Can't do it.
That scared me. The big ass tractor going backwards on the side of the road.
You know what's funny though too? I think like if I was born in Mexico, like I would fucking do the same shit. I probably wouldn't go through the legal process. I would come over here legally.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever think about that? Like as much as everyone hates, I mean, I get it, you know, I get why everyone hates on it, but I would do the exact same fucking thing.
No, yeah, they're trying to make a better life for themselves, and the process to get over here is retarded. You have to know more about American history than we even were taught, and on top of that, it's just a lengthy, long process.
Dude, I remember our old neighbor, Frances, she was studying for years for a citizenship test. I guarantee you fucking... I don't know, I'm going to throw out a fucking crazy number here. I would say 70% of America would probably fail that test first time.
Oh, I would say more like 90 to 95%.
I was going to say 90, but it seemed a little too extreme.
No way, man. People are stupid. I would say not stupid. We just don't care about history.
Well, like that, I was talking to that guy that from Australia, that when I went and saw his Hands Like Houses with Mike, he was talking fucking about politics. He knew more about our country's politics than we did. It was ridiculous.
Sorry, I'm paranoid to pass this border patrol.
Why?
Because they can pull you over.
Yeah, I know, but we're on mic, so what? You have weed on you?
Of course I have weed on.
Okay, I get it now.
I have my license too, but they can still take it.
Well, you're not high. I wouldn't care. I would drive by him. I would go by him and act like we're talking about him. Just look at him. Just look at him, just look at him and talk on the mic. Yes, he's staring at us viciously right now. I'm going to do it.
Fuck with him.
Hey, Jeremy's holding his mic down right now.
I've always hoped that, because I know a couple people on Border Patrol, that like I would like see them on the road.
So funny.
That's a job I'm glad I never got.
A guy that we know, no name disclosed, he, I can't talk about that. A guy we don't know, I guess there was two illegals that were already in the States, but they were like kind of out east, and he got paid like $500 to go pick him up, and they were like hiding in bushes for like 2 days.
2 days?
2 days, just chilling in bushes, waiting to get picked up. And I was like, damn, do they smell? And he was like, no.
Well, I doubt he's really trying to smell them. They throw him in the back of the truck anyways.
No, he was in the back. He picked them in his car.
Oh, whoa, what?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that seems that sketchy, but I mean, I guess it is sketchy, but I guess the area that they were in, it wasn't like that close to the border, but that was like a known area for being picked up. That was where Coyotes dropped him off at.
Well, I think too, like at that point, like you're not going to do anything crazy because at that point you're starving, you're dehydrated, like you're just appreciated that you're still alive. So I don't think they're going to try to attack you. But then again, I'd be desperate to get here. I'd attack somebody.
Yeah, dude. I coming across here, I would do whatever it takes. Well, fuck, remember when we used to go shooting in Hakumba? We used to see all the empty water bottles. It was right by the border, and I mean, a few times we've seen people passing through.
There's a show that Nat Geo started, like called Border Wars. I really liked it because they showed like it was kind of like cops, but with Border Patrol.
Yeah.
And they only did like a few episodes of it, and then I don't know why they didn't continue it. I mean, I was interested, but I'm probably one of the few.
What was it about, though?
Just following the Border Patrol around. But I was curious. I brought that up because I wanted to ask you. There's these, out in Arizona and New Mexico and whatnot, people who own these big plots of land, and their land gets crossed over by smugglers and people smugglers, and drug smugglers, whatever. They have found dead bodies on their property, so what some people have done is they start leaving like water caches, certain like where they know people are passing by, like.
Damn.
And it's. On one hand, it's like, dude, like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't be, like, helping them across. But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't want to find dead people on my property either.
Not even that, though, dude. But, I mean, we're fucking human. We want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People suffer. Like, fuck that. That's their problem. Like, dude, you're going to be that much of a prick? Oh, wait.
There's no need to pause. Hang up on that motherfucker.
Who is it?
Vegas.
Oh.
Some Vegas number.
Yeah, so...
or Nevada number.
Yeah, I just think it's fucking... It's cruel. I mean, they're human beings.
Yes, it's like, but one part of me is like, fuck you. I mean, you shouldn't be helping them. But no, like, yeah, we are human. We need to, like, I don't want people dying, when you could have just lent a simple hand. And because I guess that border, like, because one guy that they were interviewing that did that, some of the other people lived around the residents didn't appreciate him doing that, so they would destroy his water caches.
Well, I don't even know what a water cache is.
Just an area where, like, you just store a bunch of water.
Oh, okay.
Like, it'd be under a shaded tree or something and, clear so it'd be found.
I would think that would be a trap if I was them. But I guess at that point you're so thirsty you don't even care.
Oh, yeah, you're not.
How long does the journey take? I watched on Two Guns. They look like they got over there really fast.
It depends on the route you take, because you can get smuggled across in a vehicle and get driven right across the border.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like walking on foot.
And then it depends on where you come across that, because you can spend a week in the desert, or you can spend like 2 days just mobbing through the desert.
Dude, that's so fucking crazy to me.
And they have to take all kind of precautions, like they wear carpet on the bottom of their shoes so they don't have any footprints, because that's how the Border Patrol uses like old Indian methods to track.
Oh wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's why that Border Patrol truck, you see a little light, that little black thing that's hanging off the bumper. That's a light that shines right on the ground. So when they're tracking somebody at night, they don't have to get out of their vehicle.
That's crazy.
And they like when they cross like dirt roads, they'll take like a branch or something and like sweep up their footsteps and make it look like to make it look like nobody walked across there. And then Border Patrol also has little seismic sensors, to where like if they start seeing like a beaten down path, they'll set up these little seismic sensors under the ground on that path, so any activity, it'll like alert them, and then they can send agents out there to get them.
Damn.
Yeah, the methods the Border Patrol use are pretty sophisticated, I think. But then again, the cartels and shit, they're pretty sophisticated too with getting shit over here.
Yeah. That's gnarly, dude.
What trips me out is
those underground fucking tunnels are fucking crazy, though.
They use legit engineers to build those too.
Do they?
They're legit tunnels. They use actual engineers to build them, and they have like a lot of them that are found have like full-on ventilation systems, like a little track in there where they have carts running back and forth.
Yeah, I've seen those. Dude, there was one they found down here in San Diego. It was right on the other side of the border. There was a tunnel going right into a warehouse.
Yeah.
I was like, how legit is that? You can just drive vehicles right out of there.
Mm-hmm. If you just have a normal business set up in there, just have like trucks constantly leaving, it's no big deal. It's just a business, just everyday business.
They end up finding those because of radar, right?
I don't know how they find the tunnels.
Heat detectors and all that because the lights down there, I think.
To be honest, I got nothing. I mean, when you're 10 feet, 15 feet underground, like I don't think you're gonna get picked up by any infrared stuff.
Oh, really?
That's pretty deep in the ground. I don't know how far. Infrared's pretty much on the surface. You're not gonna look through anything with infrared.
Yeah, that's true.
That's wild. Dried up that is. That thing used to be so much fuller a year ago.
Yeah, have you seen those pictures like from like 2002 till now?
Yeah,
everything's dried up. I was listening to Joe Rogan. He made a good point. He was like, we go through climate changes all the time. He was like, California could dry up. Like, what are we going to do at that point? He's like, everybody is so used to living here and loves it here. Will everybody pick up and move? I'm like, hell no, it's California.
No, we're gonna divert. We already do divert water here. We're just gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Is that we're just gonna keep pumping more and more water?
Eventually, it's not gonna work. At some point. Well, if you look at it, you figure out in I think it's the Saharan Desert in northern Africa. There's whale and fish bones out in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
it's because that used to be an ocean. It's fucking insane to think that 10,000 years ago, or 10 to 15,000 years ago, that was like an Amazon jungle that rained all the time.
Well, and then the pyramids.
Yeah,
they used to be all underwater too, right? That was all.
No, there's they weren't underwater. They were built after that. Supposedly, those were built a few thousand years ago, but there's more evidence to show that they date further than that.
No, but I'm saying that there used to be water there.
Yeah, there used to be water there where they were built. Not at the time of building them, though.
Yeah, I know.
Just so we're clear.
Damn, dude, I feel burnt out right now. Like, on no sleep and then coming to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my eyes are getting heavy right now.
I didn't sleep just because I didn't sleep. That didn't have your problem. I've been having, trouble sleeping lately.
I wish that was the case. I just don't get hours. Well, last night I was dying, dude. That fucking couple hours of sleep I got, I was fucking hurting so bad.
Yeah, you need another person on your night shift.
No, I just need to not work nights. That would solve everything.
Well, your sleeping problems, but then what are you going to do with Miles? Throw him in.
The kid's such a man, he'll take care of himself.
No, Lennon's got it.
I couldn't live up there, dude. Every time I'm looking at Katie's house.
Dude, so far, we're going to have an hour podcast based off the drive there and the drive back. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it feels so weird, helping her. I feel so resistant. They should just be like, oh, okay, cool, knock this out, done.
Yeah, you guys are really cordial though. Compared to you, look like most fucking exes, and oh, dude, it's nuts. I don't think I've only heard one good story, and that's Aunt Letty and Uncle Gilbert, or no, Aunt Letty and Senan. Yeah. Other than that though, it's all nothing but horror stories with exes. My fucking bitch ex-wife, fucking my asshole ex-husband. It's never good scenarios.
It's funny because, I mean, that's just all selfishness. You're not thinking about anybody but yourself when you're doing that. Because, I mean, that's something I had a really hard time with. I mean, it's so hard not to have that. Because I still feel resentment. It's just, I have to let it go because I have a child with her. I have to continue to see her. And why am I going to make myself more miserable by fighting with her? And all it does is, I mean, that's what we dealt with growing up. So why am I going to continue that fucked up process?
My problem is, dude, I have a hard time forgetting. So it's like, if you did me dirty, like, that's always in my head. So I hold that resentment, and then I'm just sitting there, I'm spiteful towards you.
That shit's definitely in my head all the time. It's just kind of have to let it go. It sucks, though, because there are times where it's like, fuck you, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Hey, did you see, fuck, I hate being this tired. I just lost my thought.
A movie?
Nope. Fuck. Oh, I don't remember. I went and did my taxes this morning.
That's fun.
Well, it's better for me than you. I don't have to pay.
Well, I wouldn't have to pay either if I set my shit up correctly.
What do you mean?
If I had Road 1 take money out of my check every month because they make so little there that they don't take taxes out.
They don't?
No, because if that was my only job, I'd make, what, $5,000 to $7,000 a year.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So because it's your second job and you make so little, they don't take any money out.
No, it's not because it's my second job. I'm just like, if you look at it on paper, that if that was my only job,
yeah,
and I'm only making $5 to $7 a year, so there would be no reason to take any taxes out because that's too little money. There's not enough money to be taxed. Like I'd pretty much saying I'm too poor for them to tax me. But what's not understood is that I do have a second job, so I need taxes taken out. But I'm fucking too lazy to calculate how much fucking money I need to be taken out every month. Not to mention, because I take so many days off from there anyways.
Yeah.
Like, and so, like, I would have money come, or checks that were zero, because...
Do you think about quitting? Do you think about quitting?
All the time. The one thing that keeps me coming back every Thursday and Friday is the fact that I get to talk to people. Like, it's a weird thing, because I went so long without seeing or talking to people.
Yeah.
Just having the weekends to socialize, and, by myself all morning because everybody's at work during the day, and then I'm at work by myself all night, not talking to anybody. I mean, hell, you remember, like, I used to be really bad where I just wouldn't talk ever.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice having a place where I'm forced to be social. I mean, I know you don't have that problem.
I'm kind of starting to get that problem, though. I noticed that, I avoid, interaction with people just because I don't want to talk. But a lot of that has to do with me being so tired, though, too. Like, I'm so tired, I don't want to talk. I talk to people about that, I'm like, you're too tired to talk? They're like, I'm never too tired to talk. What do you mean? And I'm like, where you're too tired to even, say something. And they're like, no, that's not, no. Even I can talk till I fall asleep. I'm like, all right, well, then, obviously, you've never been as tired as I am then.
I like asking people if they've been so tired they're hallucinating.
That's what happened to me once. And that was pretty freaky.
That shit used to happen to me all the time when I was working full-time at Road 1. Like, by Wednesday, I was just seeing shit.
It's weird when you're that tired, too, because you feel like you're on something, like you're doing drugs or...
it feels like you're on a psychedelic for sure. Especially, what freaks me out is, working by myself, when I'm that tired, is I'll constantly see shit in my peripheral that's not there. Because I'm constantly like, what was that? Or what's over there? It's like just freaking myself out for no reason.
It's funny.
Like I told you the other night when fucking that skateboard fell.
Yeah.
At work, because I had that skateboard by my locker, and it fell, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I was all freaking out and tripping.
Dude, did I ever tell you that story when I was at work, and this is when we're getting broken into all the time? So me and Baby J are watching the cameras, and I see a flashlight come running across the yard. I'm like, we fucking got him. So me and him grab bats, and I was like, all right, you take the left side, I'll take the right side. We take off running. And then we maybe in the middle, we're like, "Do you see him?" No. So we split up again, And then we spent like 3 hours searching through cars, and I watched the tapes. A fucking raccoon had a flashlight in its mouth.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I felt so stupid. I was like, we're not telling anybody about this.
Wait, how does that even happen?
I don't know. And then like we checked the flashlight, and there's fucking teeth mark right on the fucking on button. Oh, there's something. Yeah, ask Jesus about it. It's fucking funny.
That's awesome. So, I'm wondering where it even got it from, out of a car or something?
I don't know, dude. And then like, I was thinking that too. I was like, fucking climbing with the fence with a flashlight in his mouth.
Dude, how many times have you found a flashlight that worked?
A couple times.
No.
Not too often.
It's so funny.
And I found one. I found one in an office.
So you didn't find it. You saw a flashlight where it was supposed to be.
I wasn't really understanding the question that you were asking. Dude, I've had so much fucking... I'm not good at catching criminals. I'm not a criminal, so I don't know how to think like one. So we were getting broken into like once a week at one point. There was one time where me and Jesus were taking cars, and they were breaking into us like 50 feet from us. Like, they were so ballsy. Like, these motherfuckers aren't gonna catch us. And I was like, they'll probably think we're so fucking dumb.
Well, that, and you got to figure too, because the way I would think about it is, you know, who's gonna? I didn't realize there was a cop back there. You know, who's gonna fucking really give a shit? Like, I'm not gonna put in effort to chase someone down for gummy bear.
Oh no, but it actually became a game for us. Like, it was more the fact that like they were so cocky. Like, we would take in a car, and we'd barely get back inside, and we'd hear car doors slamming, and then like we'd go out there'd be lights on in the car. I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. It was more like irritating, like that.
How come you guys didn't start locking cars?
That they were getting upper hand. Because there's like cars in the... I don't know.
Would that help if people just started... Like, you start just locking all the cars? Dude, how many lost claims do you have?
There's surprisingly not that many, dude. A lot of people are actually afraid to like claim stuff. Like, that they were... Like, it's going to get denied. Because they always watch all these TV shows about shady tow companies and stuff.
Then I think people are lazy. They just don't want to deal with it.
But then, like, you get to our upper class yards, like the one that you work at.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm missing a lighter on my car.
Hey, some of the shit that I've had people claim is fucking hilarious. Like, we had this this vehicle come in, you know, it was an accident. There's a rollover, rolled several times. This broad comes in and said their GPS is missing. And the reason that it should still be there is because it was in the glove box. I'm like, bitch, your vehicle is destroyed.
So stupid, dude. People are dumb, dude.
Or the female that I had that hit and ran like a utility box, and the, you know, PD towed her car out of her driveway, and it was fucked up on the passenger side front ends, and the driver's side bumper was popped out also because it got pushed in on the passenger side and, you know, pushed it out on the driver's side. Because it was fucked up on the driver's side, she said that it was our fault, that we damaged her bumper. I'm like, bitch, the other side is destroyed.
No, the best is when they do lost property claims on a stolen vehicle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've gotten that so many times, like, the battery's missing. They're like, how do I know you guys didn't take it? I'm like, how do you know the guy who stole the car didn't take it?
Not to mention that's like the most common item that's missing from stolen vehicles.
I have nothing to say to people when they come with stupid shit like that. I'm like, just go home.
My favorite, because, you know, the yard I work at, fucking, when these assholes come in and, you know, we pull their car out and they walk straight up to where the damage is. Don't even, like, inspect the car. Just go straight to where it is. Be like, this wasn't there. It wasn't there. And be like, you couldn't even see it. You had to walk around the car and you went straight to it and pointed it out. Like, don't tell me that you didn't know it was there.
What I think about, though, too, is, like, people end up coming up with things like, oh, what's this? It's like, but how often do you really inspect your vehicle?
Never.
On a daily, like, you never think about inspect your vehicle. The only time I'll notice something is, like, maybe every other time I wash my car, I'm like, oh, that's new. Oh, this is new, too. When did this happen?
Dude, we're totally doing what we normally don't ever do.
What?
Bitch about work.
I know. We're not bitching about work. We're just mainly bitching about, like, the people. Yeah, the dumb people. That's it. I never complain about, like, actual work. It's more on and this is just more on the line of, like, the shock factor of how dumb people can be.
I think it's just the fact that people who get their car towed in general are shitty people. Like,
that's a good dude. Yeah, I would say that sounds bad to say, but I would say at least fucking 3/4 of the people that get their car towed are dirtbags.
Like, every now and then you have people who just, you know, are having a bad day.
Yeah.
And most, like, 9 times out of 10, no, you're just a shitty person. Like, you're not responsible. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I had this fucking family come in, and their car got towed for no driver's license. And they wanted to get it out, but their registration was expired. And this was last week. And these fuckers, their excuse for not registering it was, we moved and we didn't get the thing in the mail. I'm like, it expired April of last year. You can't use that excuse. And the girl looked at me all crazy. I was like, that notice you get in the mail is called a courtesy notice. They don't have to send that to you. They send it to you just as a reminder. I was like, you know when your registration expired. You can't tell me you didn't know that your registration expired fucking 8 months ago.
Isn't it every other year?
Oh, I wish we could be more like Arizona when it came to registration and issuing licenses.
The license thing's a little crazy, I think. I think that's a little too...
You don't think like 30 years is good?
Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking cool, but I mean, fuck, I think about how much more money Arizona would have too. But then again, they're not in debt like California, so they're doing something right.
Yeah. Badass sheriff.
Yeah, that guy's
everybody hates.
But nobody hates him in Arizona, though, right?
Yeah, a lot of people in Arizona hate him.
Really? Who puts the sheriff in charge? The governor of Arizona? Who appoints him?
No, it's an elected position. The sheriff, you have to be elected to it.
Oh, okay.
At least I know in California you have to be elected. I assume that goes, for the same in other states. Watch out.
Dude, you fucking... I swear to God, dude. The way you drive, dude, you shouldn't even have a license. You know what's funny, dude? I thought about this all day yesterday after we got the car. I went to go make a left-hand turn, and you fucking were like, oh, that's fucked up. Last second, you put in your light. I never do that, but I was thinking, how the fuck are you going to correct my driving? And it stayed with me, dude, till I was at work last night. I was like, and it started irritating me. I was like, this fucking douchebag, he does all kinds of fucked up shit while he drives. And that's like the least thing that's like fucked up. Like, yeah, it's a dick move. Last second, I actually put on my blinker signal, but
that's my favorite thing to do to you is just give you a little bit of criticism, and then you'll dwell on it forever, and then be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, at the time I was like, oh yeah, you're right, and then it hit me later on at work.
You dwell on things for so long.
It's so funny, dude, because like people at work are like, God, you're so laid back, and I'm like, well, if you talk to my brother or Jasmine, they'd be like, no, he's not. Everybody, they're like, you're so chill, like you're so laid back, like nothing really bothers you. I'm like, everything bothers me.
Well, then it's work. Like,
just try to act professional at work.
Yeah, well, that's work too. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Let it eat up your whole fucking day because work sucks?
Yeah.
No, fucking you gotta compartmentalize and deal with work at work, and then forget all about it when you go home.
All right, let's wrap this up. ModeCast out.
ModeCast out. Love you.